94.1 KRB, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
It's Try It Tuesday on the Roula Ryan Show. It could be super weird, it could be super gross. We'll take it to the face. Grab a garbage just in case. Just try it. Just try it.
KRB.
Yeah,
Try it healthy.
Try It Tuesday. It could be anything. I mean, we find things in the store. I'm still getting texts on the Toom Dip.
Oh, yeah.
TOOM.
Oh, that's on my shopping list for today.
I went to two stores
That stuff is
yesterday.
so overrated.
Not looking for it specifically, but I was in stores. I go, let me see where that Toom Dip is. I got to go to Costco and get it, Kev. Or HEB. They didn't have it at Randall's. They didn't have
cheaper.
it at Kroger.
I'm sure it's cheaper.
Kroger is probably cheaper.
at
but
Costco.
Costco, they got a
The
big
big
one.
Yeah,
Does it go
Toom Dip.
bad? How long does it last?
I don't know. We haven't had it long enough to make it last.
And
It's delicious.
That's why we have our next guest in here, because you guys are
All right.
too much
Garlic and
of
lemon
that
dip. If you have too much dip, you're going to need to go to the gym and work it off. Planet Fitness is here for Try It Tuesday. They brought all of their equipment in the hallway. We're all going
I
to
can
do
bring
a
all this
full
stuff in.
circuit. Nick is here from Planet Fitness. Hello.
Howdy.
Hey, Nick. So you're a trainer, huh?
Absolutely.
How long
Nice.
have you been a trainer, Nick?
I've been a trainer since I was like 18. I've been certified for about a year now.
Did you
Sweet.
make your clients do the step-ups on that stupid thing where you have to... I hate that
That's
one.
good for your butt.
I hate the step-ups.
That's good for your butt.
I hate the step-ups. You step on the bench, you kick your knee up, and go back down and go down. And do it again.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah.
I hate that one.
Yes, glutes will love you.
Special K goes to Planet Fitness, and then I know Planet Fitness was in the news nationwide the last 2 days
Yeah, man.
Summer
we've been-
plans for teens.
for teens. This is pretty
Yeah.
cool. So what do
a
you
high
guys
school
do?
summer pass.
So what happens? Kids just sign up, or
Yeah,
they go to their
so-
parents?
Teens are free.
So, teens are free for a whole summer from June 1st to August 19th.
Oh.
So you can be 14 to 19 years old. If you're like below 18, come with your parent. So your parent can like be there to witness that you signed up with us. You know, you can't come by yourself,
Yeah,
of
you gotta
course.
have
You know,
proof. You can't just, yeah.
18 and 19, of course. I mean, you're in college.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's
other
one
than
of the things that I kind of feel remiss about. I never went to the gym as a teenager,
Same.
and I feel like if I had done that and started my fitness journey then, I would have. Actually, you would have been able to see my abs today, but since I didn't start until my 30s, then it was a more difficult journey. And I probably looked at it like, oh gosh, just those static machines. But Planet Fitness has more than just that, and it's something more enticing for young folks.
Plus, you were in shape, though. I mean, at least you were
Yeah.
skinny.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
a
as a kid.
110 pounds wet.
Right.
I had a natural,
I was a little
natural abs.
chubster, and I was like, I don't want to do like shirts and skins when we play basketball.
That is so
And then make us do
humiliating.
these chin ups and stuff. I was miserable like 7th grade.
Well,
and
Nick,
stuff.
how do you... Okay, so let's say I have my 14-year-old child. I'm listening, and I have a 14-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to any Planet Fitness near me, and I'm going to walk in and say, hi, can she just stay here for an hour? And,
Nah,
like,
not
what's
if you're
the
not
process?
a member. So if you're a member and
Okay.
you're like a black card member
Okay.
and your 14-year-old daughter's with you, she can definitely stay there with you, of course.
Cool.
Now, anything under 13, they cannot. But you have to be a member in order for that to happen.
But so I'm not a member of Planet Fitness. I'm saying generally. I'm speaking as a general person. If I'm not a member of Planet Fitness, is this summer pass for teens open to my teen?
Or do you have to sign up?
Yes.
Any teen can go there for free as long as the adult signs them in and gets them part of the summer pass program.
Do they have to
Yes.
be there?
Bravo.
If they're 14, do you have to stay with them? Or like, say you leave and go to the
I
grocery
probably
store?
want to stay with them just
I
because
mean,
I'm
yeah.
very
I'd like to
protective
work
of my
out with them.
child.
It'd be fun to work out with them.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
great.
like once you sign your kid up, then your kid is free to come to the gym and do what they want to do. Like,
That's
well,
good.
not
What are
what they
things
want to
people
do.
can do at home? Like right now, people are listening that maybe they can't make it to the gym. They're at their office or something. Are there little things that, like, or you look stupid at your office? Like all of a sudden you're like,
Calisthenics.
We're doing lunges.
Yeah.
We're doing lunges up and down the hallway. Yeah. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, and I'll lunge all the way to the restroom.
like someone listening right now, like they're going to be at their office for 8 hours. They don't have time to go to the gym.
Oh, okay. So I got something good actually. So a lot of people like to do things for their lower body, right? Their glutes and their butt and stuff. So matter of fact, I'm gonna use my man right here. for the
All right,
demonstration.
yeah. That's where I was trying to work on.
So I want you to jumping jacks has been a hot topic for this morning. So if you want to warm up, give me some jumping jacks right quick. We're gonna get like 10 of those.
Jumping jacks are easy, but
Is he doing them right? He's jumping jacking right now.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
easy.
But that's, everyone knows how to do a jumping jack. That's very easy to do at home. What else, for those lower body muscles, which actually, you want to work on those a lot because there's a lot of musculature down there. And
I have chicken legs, so
it's important to get those non-chickened as early as you can. So what else? What are you doing for lower body?
So there's two things you can do. One thing I like to do is common, just a regular body squat, right? Have your legs about hip width apart, toes pointed forward, chest up,
Come on, Kev, here he goes.
and just go straight down, butt to heels.
Oh, yeah, look at Kev. He's
Squatting your heels,
squeeze
too.
those butt cheeks.
I'm stuck.
The gluteus.
Come on,
Right back up. Come on. You got it.
Oh,
Yeah, look at him squeeze.
and we're back.
There we go.
And we're back.
Are you? Am I squeezing on the way up? Is that what?
Absolutely. You got to squeeze at the top. There we
Yeah,
go.
look at that, Kev. Let's get ready.
Here we go.
I have a question for you, Nick, from
Fried.
Planet Fitness here on Try It Tuesday on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
You are a trainer inside the gym, and I assume that you are busy with like a client of the hour, like by hour, you're booked.
Is it half
blah, blah,
hour,
blah.
hour? What is it?
A half hour.
Sure. If I'm in the gym as just one of your members and you see me doing something completely terribly wrong,
Yeah.
are you like, hold up,
You've seen that.
I gotta
person.
go over here on this corner. This chick is gonna hurt herself. Like, do you feel inclined to like stop people?
Oh my God! So you kind of just described everything I do in a normal day. So like, look, so when I see somebody do like a bad form on the squat rack, my nerves get so bad because I'm like, oh my God, they're about to hurt themselves. I need to do something
Yeah.
like
That's
right
a lower
now.
back injury coming on.
But at least you
Right.
got like the shirt says trainer on the back and that. You're not,
Yeah.
because I've seen that where videos where people walk up to women, and it's like mansplaining,
Yeah.
trying, and then the girl's like, "What are you doing? I'm not."
Or we think you're a creep.
And the
You're
guy's
just
like,
coming
"I'm
over
not
and
hitting on you.
talking
I'm just
to us
trying to
and
help
getting
you.
in our way.
You're gonna get hurt if you do this."
Yeah, and one thing about me is that I'm a huge fitness science nerd, so I just go over there. I might even start rambling. They
Nerd 'em
just
out.
sit there and listen like, oh, this trainer, it's like, he knows his stuff.
Well, the protein compounds are not going to finally form correctly in the collagen and the cartilage
Where's
of
that
your
drop?
kneecaps.
Hey, nerd.
Yeah, that's over there.
So if you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, Planet Fitness is doing something really fantastic for the summer for teens from 14 to 19. Starting on June 1st, which is a couple days ago, all the way till August the 19th, you can work out at Planet Fitness for the summer, which I think is such a fantastic idea because it gets kids in the gym, out of the heat, something to do, a little sense of community, especially if you as the parent want to take them in there and then y'all work out together, or like they're on their machine and you're on your machine, and that's just like something to do. Let's go to the
I have a
gym.
question for you when it comes to as the people over 40. My trainer says, Eric, just put on incline, put the incline up and just go like 2.8, 3.2. It's not about,
Running.
Even when you get older, just it's harder on your joints, when you're over 40
To
and
run.
some. Do you recommend that?
I do recommend moving at all costs. You don't want to be 80, 70 years old and you can't walk like at all or have like really stiff joints, brittle joints.
I think that people
Go for
don't
walks,
realize
go
that,
for
right,
runs.
Nick? I really feel like where some
For
people
health,
are in
that's
their
just a-
lives, they're
good.
raising their kids, but also their parents are getting older, and you're seeing the less active your parents are, the worse off they are.
Yes.
They're like, oh, I can't get up. I don't want to move. It hurts
Oh,
too
that's my
much.
husband's job. He literally works with geriatric patients, getting them mobile, making the mobility a lot better in their lives, especially in their later years. And if you had already been working out earlier in life, then you already have that tendency towards mobility.
They say over 42, lifting weights helps
Yeah.
you a lot, right?
Yeah,
wife
lifting
likes-
Your
there's a-
bones and stuff.
I think there's a big debate between what's more effective. Is it going to be lifting weights, weight training, or is it going to be on the treadmill?
Yeah, which do you
for
think?
if you're trying to, for example, belly fat. What is going to be that one key? Is it a combination of the two, or do you recommend one more over the other?
I honestly look at it as a combination of the two. You can do either or. Movement is very important, whether you're lifting weights or just going on a simple walk. It's all going to contribute positively towards your body,
And your good eats.
And you're
But
getting
you-
It's 50% in the kitchen.
I feel like all of us have been in a gym, and we can see somebody who's older who has worked out most of their life.
Yeah, you can tell their body. You're like, man, that.
Yes, for years I went to the same gym, and there was this guy. I'm not going to call him like the silver fox. It's not like that. It's not like an attraction thing.
No, he's silver daddy.
He just was. His posture was so tall. He must have been late 60s. No, he must have been like early 70s. And you can tell this man has worked out since he was probably 25 years
body is
old.
like-
his body was so straight up and his posture was great.
He's got the V.
And for a grandpa, I was like, you are not the grandpa at kids' soccer games.
You're not the norm.
Not at all, but you could tell that man. And the other thing I learned about like your bone strength, right? For sometimes yes, walking is always great, but I think some people don't get it. They're very intimidated by the weights of a gym floor. They're like, I don't know if I've never done this. You have to at least have a basis of how to do it right. And I feel like yes, the weights are some days I would pick a weight over doing the treadmill or going for a walk because I need to build the bone strength.
Like the perfect world is like do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of lifting and then do cardio after or before.
I'm all stretching here while y'all
I've
talking.
actually seen like for the older generation, the popularity goes towards the machines in the gym more than the free weights and the squat racks and whatnot.
Makes you feel
the
like
machines are super easy to do and they actually already have your body aligned.
I always thought it'd be
at a
cool if they had a
certain
machine
angle.
that had like lasers around you, like, and it would like beep if you're doing it wrong.
If your posture's off.
Posture, like make sure you got the right form.
Oh, it's like the
leave
laser
that to
when it's looking
me.
for the stud in the wall.
Yeah, and with a counter
It's like
on
beep,
it.
beep.
So
Oh, we do
beep.
got a counter
you
on
have counter
it.
so you know you know how many times you're lifting.
Yeah, Planet Fitness has the counters on the side of it, so you know how many reps you did. And then what I love is it shows you your rest time. So as soon as you stop, well, once it gets up to 30 seconds for me,
back
then I'll
into it.
start the next one again.
Do you guys do that lunk alarm thing or no?
Nah, they stopped it. I honestly liked
Was that
it.
shaming or something? Is that
I
somebody-
loved it.
It wasn't
Some
shaming.
woke said, no, we can't do that anymore. We can't shame.
So it wasn't like shaming and
Behave.
nothing like that. It was one of those, it was literally like a behave thing. Like if somebody was, all
Okay,
up there, then we flipped that alarm on.
When they're
Hilarious.
smashing
Alarm.
weights, like you can hear it across the game.
Bang.
Jim, ka-chunk! Oh,
Yeah.
well, you just broke that for the rest of us.
And then
We're
someone
gonna
hits the alarm. They
run the
Yeah.
alarm on you.
So anybody could hit the lunk alarm, or you guys at the desk would be
Us
like,
at the
"Oh, we heard
desk.
at the desk." You'd
It
hit
was
the
so
lunk
much
alarm.
fun to hit the lunk alarm.
And
I'm
what
not
does it
gonna lie.
sound like?
Okay, so imagine like a fire truck, but
Yeah.
like 10 times louder.
Really?
It sounds like the end of the world alarm. That's what it
Bring
sounds
back
like.
the lunk alarm.
That'd be scary,
That's
though, if you're just like,
hilarious.
huh?
Now we do have to take a break, and we appreciate you joining us from Planet Fitness today. Now, when we go to break, I'm going to work with you doing, let's say, 4 or 5 different calisthenics that you can do, Houston, at home, and I'll put it on my @Radio Special K Instagram, so that you guys can start your fitness journey just today behind your desk. If you want to, then you can join
There's always that
Planet
one
Fitness.
moment, right? People in their life, maybe they're listening to the Roula and Ryan show with Eric, and they're like, today's the day I'm going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
do it. Come
And
on.
don't forget,
Little
there's
victories.
45 Houston area locations, and teens 14 to 19 can work out for free from now until August the 19th. Thanks, Nick, for being in
Thanks,
the
buddy.
studio today.
Thanks
Thank y'all for
coming.
having me.
Have a great day. Let's go do some lunges.
Yeah, make sure you sweat there.
In the meantime, we want you guys to call us at 833-390-KRBE with your True Crime Tuesday stories. Ahmad has done a really fantastic job on our podcast of putting together all of your stories. You guys have shared with us about how close you were to a serial
Like, he
killer.
took like 3 or 4 weeks together and took like those 10-minute segments and put them together, so it's like an hour and a half or
Right.
so.
People who lived right next door to the murder.
Now what happens
had
is
no idea.
Really, we tease this, and then we come back and we only have like maybe one,
And then somebody hears the one, and the phone lines
Yeah.
fill.
So get in
but
early.
Get in now.
and you can witness the crime. You've heard about it. Maybe your family was involved. Maybe it was a neighbor.
Maybe you committed the crime and you've paid your debt to
Yeah, it
society
doesn't have to
now.
be a major. It doesn't have to be like a murder. It could be
Right.
just a criminal activity.
Exactly. We'll hear your stories next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Back to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It is True Crime Tuesday time. It's been a couple weeks since we've asked for your calls about how maybe you were connected to a crime somehow, whether you were the neighbor of the person in the story, or you were the victim, or you were the one that committed the crime and you paid your debt to
And
society.
it doesn't always have to be murder. It could be
Anything.
criminal activity,
Anything.
something.
True crime. Amanda's up at 833-390-KRBE. I know Amanda's got places. One person texted, I have a story, but I have to be at work at 8:30.
I know we want to get people before they go, but like hang
Yeah,
up.
I'm definitely going to be at work at 8:30.
Yeah, so we got you here. Perfect
Hi.
timing.
Hey there. So what's the story? Tell us the story.
Okay, so I graduated 99,
Okay.
and I was my senior year, and I'm driving to school. I guess they used to do that. And I hit the back of this guy,
Okay.
and, I mean, he was super nice about it.
Just a fender bender. It wasn't like a major crash. It was a fender bender.
Well, no, yeah, just a fender bender. And, I mean, I damaged him. I didn't get any damage. And he was just super cool about it. He didn't want to exchange information, didn't want to call the cops or anything.
Okay.
Um,
and you're
and
as a
then-
college kid, you're thinking, whew, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Save me some money.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, it saved me some heartache, yeah. So, but then after that, directly after that, he went home and killed his parents.
What?
And you
What?
know this how?
Yeah. Wait.
What
I
happened?
actually found out,
what?
I actually found out, later that day, and
Was it on the news?
I couldn't, no, it was through friends, but I'm sure it was on the news.
Hold on.
We have some
I'm
questions here.
missing something here. Repeat again.
Did you know
You're
this
on
man?
your way to school to go to college, and you have a fender bender with a man that you don't know, who did not want to.
It was high school, and it was
sorry,
right outside the high school.
Okay, high school. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So in high school it's different because it's like you don't know each other, but you know each other. So he doesn't want to exchange information. He's cool with it. He goes on and he directly goes straight to his parents' house to kill them.
Yeah, super friendly, and it had to have been within the hour.
And what was the motive for his crime?
I don't know.
So
I mean,
he's a
what's
schoolmate.
always the motive?
I'm trying to get this right.
I mean,
You went to school together, right? Is that what it was?
yes.
So that's why
High
people knew
school.
him. And an hour later, he killed his parents.
How did he do it? Did he shoot him? Just curious.
Yeah, he shot him.
And is he in jail now forever, or what's the story with him?
I'm pretty sure he's in jail forever.
Now, when you looked at his eyes, you just thought, oh, this guy's just a nice guy. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
High school
No, he
kid.
didn't. He didn't strike me as any problem, and I was like, well, that was very nice. He was pretty cool.
Did that happen in Houston, or did that happen in another city? Or?
Yes. Yeah, Jersey Village.
Oh, it's Ryan's old
In '99.
area.
Was it Jersey
Yeah,
Village High
99.
School y'all went to? Was that the high school y'all went
Yes.
to? Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
If I look up his name, am I going to find that news story?
I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. To be honest
Wow.
with you, it's been so long since I thought of it. But
Somebody listening right now could probably figure it out. 1999.
they know
High
who
school
he
kid
is.
killed his parents.
When did it happen? Like what month?
Honestly, I don't remember. I just know it was my senior year.
Senior year. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out so I can try and look it up and stuff. Dang.
That is
Absolutely
terrifying.
can be looked up.
Amanda, did you hear that time that my husband called in and said the high school kid that he knew killed his grandmother and put her in different garbage bags?
I think so. And by the way, I love y'all. I listen to y'all all the time.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And the reason I bring that up is because just like you, it was a high school classmate, totally normal,
Pushed over the edge.
hung out with my husband, and then went home and murdered. I'm sorry.
Oh, he came back the next-
He had already murdered the grandmother and dismembered her and put her in different garbage bags and dumped her into different grocery store dumpsters.
And then went to his
And
house?
then he came over to my
I read about
husband's
that. I
parents'
heard about
house
that.
and had dinner like nothing had happened. And the kid did not show up to school on Monday. And everyone's like, where's that kid? And then on Tuesday, they found out what he had done.
He got arrested.
And my husband swears like nothing was different. Nothing was off. He just was hanging out. They were just hanging out. Was
I
not
think
phased.
there's a kind of peace in that. Like people who are going to commit suicide or people who are going to murder, they just make peace with it, and they do seem really chill.
Because usually if you're in a wreck, you're going to be freaking out, you're mad, get rear-ended, you're going to...
Especially because you said his car had damage and yours did not. He was like, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
We don't need to
he was
exchange any
switched.
information.
And he what?
No, none at all.
I'm going to look this story up.
That's crazy, Amanda.
Okay.
Well, thanks
Get to
for
work,
sharing.
get to
I know
work,
you gotta
Amanda.
get to work. Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening.
Have a great day.
You
Take
too.
care. 833-390 KRBE. It's True Crime Tuesday.
Yeah, let's play some music because I want to try and get people to... we have more time to call in and stuff.
After Ordinary, we'll continue with your calls at 833-390 KRBE. It's the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. Here's Alex Warren. Rule and Ryan Show with Eric on 104.1 KRBE. True Crime Tuesday. Our lines are open at 833-390 KRBE with your stories. During that song, we were Googling the story that we just got from Amanda about the high school person in her school who killed his parents.
And I'm trying to find it. It's hard without a name to...
Well, the crazy thing is, AJ Armstrong's story keeps coming up. And let me show you how AI is wrong. AI said 1989, AJ Armstrong finally convicted of murdering his parents after 7 trials. That was not 1989.
That was like recent.
That was 7 years. 7 years of trials, 8 years, 9 years, not 1989. That was a long time ago.
Can't trust everything.
Can't trust AI. Okay, let's go to Anna on the line. Or is it Anna? I have to ask because people are specific. Hi, welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. Good morning. How do I say your name?
Yeah, it's Anna.
Anna, hi.
okay.
Okay, share your story with us, Anna.
So I went to school in a border town.
Okay.
And there was this guy when we were in school that was just like always asking me out and always like wanting to talked to other girls, but it was always just like specifically to me. And to me, it wasn't somebody I liked, and he was just creepy. Like he gave me creeper vibes. I just always just tried to avoid him at all costs, and I would actually tell him, listen, you just creep me out, just leave me alone. No, I don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to go out.
You would say that to him.
And this was in high school, right?
Yes, and this was in high school.
Uh-oh.
And then what happened?
What did he do?
My junior year, well, I only went to that school up to my junior year, and then I moved to Houston. But I kept in touch with some friends, and I found out that our senior year, he raped and killed a junior.
At your school?
At the school. And because it was a border town, he fled to Mexico, and he was never caught.
Wow, so he's just out there on the loose, and he did that.
How many years ago was that?
This was in the late 90s.
Oh, God.
And so you're right on. You're
creeper
you
vibe.
knew he was a creeper.
Your instincts were correct.
Did you know Did you know the girl? Did you know the girl that was attacked?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I knew the girl. I mean, she was in the grade before me, but I mean, it was somebody that we knew, that we hung out with, and it was just weird that it even happened, because she used to play soccer, and he also played soccer in the boys team, and so they had practice early in the morning, and apparently that's when it happened.
Man,
good grief!
And
he's never been found.
Justice.
And this guy is just running free.
As far as we know, he just went to Mexico and just never came back. So they never got him.
So he's in his 40s then?
If it was 90s, yeah,
or 90s, mid 40s. Probably has kids. He probably has a wife.
Maybe
somewhere.
he made like this whole life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that woman and the person's married to
his
him
family
has no idea. Or it could have gone the other way, Eric.
Yeah.
He could just be
Well, if it's
a
karma,
weirdo, creeper, criminal there.
and hopefully he worked with the cartel or something happened to him.
Something bad. But God, man, that's crazy. So it's like a cold case.
But you called it. You
in
knew
that
it
border
from day
town.
one. You knew he was a weirdo, creepy.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, since my freshman year, I remember that, like, since freshman year, he would just always trying to be super extra friendly with girls, but it was just, when we were in a group, it was always like specifically to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I left because who knows if that would have been me.
Right, because he probably look, we can only assume what happened. You got away from him because you stood your ground. And like you said, this girl was a soccer player. It was in the morning. She felt trusting of him because he was on the soccer team, the boys soccer team. Maybe she thought he was harmless. And then he just turned on her and she was so shocked. I mean, it's just crazy. God, that's so terrible. That
I'm glad
poor
you're okay.
girl's family.
Yeah.
But see, the stuff like that, that's what scares me.
Thank you.
Yeah, cold cases. There are so many cold
Just our
cases,
kids,
right?
you know, how do you teach our kids that? Like, how do we talk? I guess today we could say something like, hey, did you listen to the Roula and Ryan show with Eric? They had this woman on. She trusted her gut. This could have been her. Mm-hmm. And that gives you a way to talk to your kids. Like, you know what? They did the story. Just really trust your guts, kids. If you feel this way about someone,
get my kids to follow their instinct. But then sometimes they eye roll me like, okay, Mom, you tell us all these crazy things because we learn so much on this show, Eric.
well, we don't want to scare them too much because then they won't do anything. But you know what? I'd rather them be safe.
Same. The more you know. Cece is up next at
Time for one more.
833-390-KRBE. Hi, Cece.
Hi.
Hi. So this has to do with somebody that you know in a professional way, or who is this about?
No, so it's someone my dad knew personally.
okay.
They went to the same congregation. They are both Jehovah's Witnesses. So it's someone that he knew personally and felt was a good friend.
All right. So what happened?
So long story short, my dad took me to him because he was a therapist among a bunch of other certifications he had. He was an EMT as well.
Okay.
I met him for the first time when he gave me therapy. I felt extremely comfortable with him. I told my dad after that, like, wow, like, I didn't expect to be able to talk to someone about whatever I needed to talk about, but he made me feel so comfortable. He was so friendly. I feel like I've known him, like, just really charismatic and, like, caring. And so I saw him a couple times, and that was that. I didn't feel the need to see him again. About like maybe a year and a half later, my dad called me on a random day and basically tells me like, I just found something out about him, you know. I don't know if I can say his name.
That's all right.
That's fine.
First name. But anyway, so he tells me, yeah, do you remember him? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, how could I forget him? He was amazing.
Right. As a
And he's
therapist.
like, so I just saw him on the news. And I was like,
Oh, no.
what do you mean?
That's never good.
And he
What was
was
in the news
like,
for?
yeah. So basically, he got arrested because the hospital he was working at, they found out that he was taking advantage of male patients while they were under anesthesia for like surgeries and stuff.
What? And there were no witnesses?
Damn, you don't have to put me out.
My God,
I don't know
stop.
how like they found out because I didn't personally like see it on the news. Like my dad is the one that told me.
I bet like a
but-
nurse saw it, or maybe somebody snitched, like saw him
Probably.
doing this and then set him up, you know,
Probably.
for the next thing. Or some
But-
guy felt like something ain't right
Yeah.
and complained
Yeah.
to somebody.
That's a creepy vibe
Yeah.
because you felt so comfortable and what a great therapist this guy
Yeah.
is who also doubles as an EMT. Wow. I'm
Yeah.
so
I guess-
safe in his hands.
But you were safe.
Yeah.
And then he
you
was
were-
assaulting
Yeah, I
people
was.
under
My
anesthesia.
dad-
If you were a guy, then you
Oh,
would
yeah.
be safe.
God, that's creepy.
Yeah, no, my dad immediately asked me, he was like, you know, like, did anything happen to you? I was like, no, this is why, like, he would even recommend him to my friends and be like, you need a therapist, like, this guy's great.
Doesn't that
I don't
suck?
think anyone ever actually went, but
Wow.
It's just you
That's
think
how I
he's
felt
great, you
about it.
trust him, and then to know it's like, come on, man. Why do people have to be so gross?
So
Yeah.
it was somebody in a professional role in your life that ended up
yeah.
being a criminal. Do you know what ever happened to him? Like in the end, was he arrested and put in jail for a while? Because you said this happened
Yeah,
a while
he
back.
was.
Wow.
He's probably out,
Yeah, he
though.
was.
Maybe he's out.
God knows what he's doing now.
Oh. Wow, what a story to share. Well, Cece, thanks for making me feel creepy. But that's what happens on True
You're
Crime
welcome.
Tuesday. It opens
you-
our eyes to the normal, what we think is the norm. And then you're like,
How many
oh,
times do
God.
we see stuff in the news where the neighbor goes, yeah, he seemed like a great guy. He helped me move my furniture. He did
He helped
this,
me build
that."
the shed.
I didn't know under
He
the
was
shed
always
he
so
had
helpful.
10
When
dead
the
bodies.
power went out, he had a generator and he let me put my refrigerator line on it. He's like a good time
Yeah,
Charlie.
He had the generator for a reason.
He's a good
You want
time
that-
Charlie.
Those bodies in the freezer to stink.
Oh my God. I can't. Go to the listener line. True Crime Tuesday. It's a 713-278-VENT. Now, coming up next, we're going to meet some pretty spectacular people. People who are way more fit than we are. And they don't have to be.
Yep.
That's what they're living for.
They're doing something cool for charity. And we're talking, they're going to take their bikes. They're going to ride their bikes all the way from Alaska down to College Station.
How do they get across the water on their bikes?
It's not Hawaii.
That's
That's
not-
Hawaii.
That's a nod to yesterday. What do you mean? How do you ride a bike on water?
Wait to hear this story.
All right.
Riley's in studio next.
Okay.
Riley Jenkins. Riley Jenkins.
Yeah. I know him.
Yep, we see him all
You
the time.
know him from ABC Pest Control. We'll
Yep.
talk to him next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
KRBE, the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, now listen, before I introduce you to our next fantastic guest, I have to introduce you to Audrey. Why is that? Well, Audrey, hi, can you hear me? It's Roula. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
I sure can. Hello.
Audrey's your lucky day. You're caller 104.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Audrey,
Good job.
Oh my God.
you have officially won $104, and now you are a legit finalist to go to Puerto Rico to see Bad Bunny.
Oh my gosh, I could cry.
No, don't cry yet.
Awesome.
Now
Say that for
listen,
Monday if we pull your name out.
that's right, because Monday morning we're pulling the grand prize winner. It is a trip to see Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico in August. It includes 2 VIP tickets to his show, 2-night hotel stay, and the flight for 2. So it's you and a guest. Start thinking who you're going to take with you in case you are the big time winner. And we thank you so much. Enjoy your $104 today.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'm so excited, you guys. I have been listening to you guys. Me and my coworker listen to you guys every morning. So we have just been waiting. So thank you so much.
And look, today was your day. Is that who you're taking with you if you win, your coworker?
No, she does not listen to Bad Bunny, but my husband does. I went to his concert a couple years ago, but he was working. So if we win this, my husband would definitely forgive me for that.
Oh my God, that's so great. All right. Well, Audrey, hang on the line. We'll get you hooked up with your $104. Good luck. Maybe it's you we talk to again on Monday. That's how it works, guys. Between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. When you hear the Bad Bunny sounder, you got to be caller 104. Just being caller 104 scores you $104, and it makes you a finalist for this trip to Puerto Rico. And that is going to happen in August. It's you and a guest, 2 VIP tickets to the show, 2-night hotel stay, and a flight for 2.
But we have a special guest in the studio.
I know we do, and it's so funny because you've heard his name for years on television. It's Raleigh Jenkins from ABC Pest Control, but that's not why he's here. We're not here to talk bugs with
Although
you.
him and I were
Eric.
talking back in the day. We could do that the next break. I want to keep you for 2 breaks because I love all that stuff.
Perfect.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
It's good. It's been a long time since we had you in the
I don't
studio.
know when you
I'm
wanted.
thrilled to be here. This is great.
We were
You're
like, I haven't seen Raleigh in like 7 years.
I know, for a long time because, okay, so you are doing something fabulous with your brother.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, and I mean, you're probably the most fit person I've ever known on a bike then.
No.
Because please explain to everybody what you're doing.
So far to, at the end of the ride, I'll say after 5,500 miles of riding a bicycle, then I'll be good and fit.
Right. So
Yeah, you're going all the way up to Alaska.
We leave on the 15th. My wife and I are going to fly up there. She's going to, load us up and say, go pedal your bikes, boys.
now tell us how this all started, Raleigh. Like, what is the point of this? Why are y'all going from Alaska to College Station? Give everybody the whole lowdown.
This is our third big bike ride. We did one from Austin to Calgary, and that was in 2008.
And what made you say, you know what, let's go to Canada on a bike? What made you say that?
So I donated a kidney to my dad, and so the Kidney Foundation was a really big target for me. And
Amazing.
I've always said that you don't choose your missions, your missions choose you, and this is one that did. And we did that ride. I will say that was when I grew my beard. It was my protest beard because I'm going, this is just so difficult. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. And then in 2017, we went from Seattle to New York. Wow. And, that was a tough ride, but it was beautiful. And our purpose was, my brother lost his grandson to sudden unexpected death in children. So for some unknown reason, he was 21 months old, went up to go take a nap, laid down, and didn't wake up. So that was to get research going and really say, let's push this. We got to stop, A, children from dying without knowing why.
Right.
And maybe we can fix that. And then B, helping families and to deal with this when it hits them. And then for me, I got called into Haiti back in 2010 after the earthquake that killed over 300,000 people.
That's terrible.
And my heart's been there for a long time. I feel, that mission has called me and I've placed myself in there, and it has been a pleasure and a privilege to serve the people in Haiti over these years. And that now, because of all the things that are going on in Haiti, there's something needs to shake it up and say, we need to remember these people. There are beautiful, amazing children, and the people outside the community, outside the gangs, they need to be remembered as well.
And the money you could raise,
whatever we can do,
could really make a difference.
Yeah, we're hoping to raise over $1 million. Wow.
So you are going to ride your bike. You're starting in Alaska and you're coming all the way down to College Station. When you did the bike ride from Seattle to New York, how long did that take?
Well, that was a lot easier. That was 52 days.
52 days.
Because this one's like 80.
This is 80 days.
80 days.
80 days, 70 miles a day, every day riding. It's going to be grueling. And the other part is we're a little bit older. I mean, so my brother and I,
And how do you even
I'm turning
train for
65
this?
this year.
Whoa, Raleigh Jenkins.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
wow.
it's going to be work.
How do you train for this, Raleigh? People train for the MS-150 for so long, and it's just like a 2-day bike ride. You're
So the
doing
caveat-
85 days.
Well, I had my hips replaced and my knees replaced.
Wow.
So
you're
I'm
a
coming
brand
in.
new man
Yeah,
there.
I'm like
You're a
bionic man.
all I'm
hurt.
going to do is just touch it
Get
and
that
go.
oil can out and grease up the joints.
Yep, that's my evening exercise
Like the
every
Tin
day.
Man.
Yeah, that's the Tin Man.
So do you train, like, I don't even know,
Yeah,
are you at the gym, like on a stationary bike for all day long?
All the above. I mean, so it actually takes over my life. So when I get home after this, I'm going to go do a 30-mile bike ride. And so
30
it's just
miles.
to work. But we're going to be doing 70 a day, every day.
Are you talking to each other? Do you have like little microphone things, or do you have
Actually,
or do you just
helmets
the music?
today, they have the little button you can push, and you can say, hey, let's pull over. I got to take a break for a minute.
That's
and you can
awesome.
speak to each other. So
and
that's
who's
a bit
following you
different.
around for safety? What if a creature gets at you and tries to bite your ankles?
Yeah, but bear.
Yeah. But, well, the
Critters.
bears. And with the bears,
Well,
it's
I mean,
more...
he has experience with critters.
Well,
so.
yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
what we
true.
do.
Yeah,
But
you do it for a
but
living.
so
You
does my
kill the
brother, though.
critters.
That's it's about not being the slowest
That's what I
guy.
was thinking.
Yeah.
So
Once
you
you're
know, I don't have
faster
to
than you-
outrun the bear. I just got to outrun my brother.
Because really, I mean, do you have like a team that goes with you guys now, Raleigh?
We'll have 2 other guys with us. We have an RV, so we'll sleep in the RV. We'll cook out of the RV because there's not all through Alaska and Canada.
No Buc-ee's?
Few and far between. No, and I would do anything for a Buc-ee's on that ride.
I know, right?
I don't even want to think about that. That would just be great.
What is your bike seat look like? Is it the regular bike
It's
seat?
the
'Cause I'm thinking
regular
that's
hard
really-
bike seat.
Oh, it's not like a big old.
No,
you,
special one?
You know, it's called. You got to get your saddle
The
ready. You got to
gel.
get your bottom ready to do
Yeah,
it.
and
You
no
get
jail
the jail
seat?
seat.
You gotta get a
The jail
hide on
seat.
there. You gotta
It's
get
like a jail seat.
And do your biker stores have like a padding and stuff? A lot of
they
cyclists,
do.
they have
do.
padding.
They do okay, but
Yeah.
still, that's why you train. You train not only to get physically fit and ready for it, it's also get your bottom ready.
Right.
At the end of the day, you got to get ready to be able to
It's like a
sit
boxer. You got to
for
get
4
used to
hours.
get hit.
Yeah, hit over and over and over, and then all of a sudden, then you get a little tougher.
Okay, so if you're just tuning in to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, we're talking to Raleigh Jenkins. You know Raleigh Jenkins' voice. He's on TV all the time with ABC Pest Control and all the services you guys have. And what's your brother's name, Raleigh?
My brother's Bobby Jenkins.
Bobby.
So he has
Raleigh and
ABC in
Bobby.
Austin.
Oh,
So it's a family business.
Yeah.
Younger brothers in Dallas.
Nice.
He's like,
Do you guys
he
get
did-
competitive with sports and stuff?
Oh yeah,
Or like,
On
especially basketball.
everything, you name it, we compete with
Which
each
one's
other.
better?
Yes.
Did they grow up? Did you guys grow up in Houston?
Grew up in San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you guys. Houston, Dallas.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You got nobody in San Antonio, or the business
Yeah,
started
the
there?
oldest brother. You know, he's the
There's four
fair-haired
boys?
child, the one with the silver spoon in his mouth. No,
Is it 4 boys?
it's 3 boys.
3 boys. Okay, so
Yeah.
you grew up in San Antonio, but you've got ABC Pest Control here.
We're
You got
all
one in
ABC.
Dallas and one in San Antonio.
Yes,
Is
yes.
there? Okay, I got it.
Nothing in Austin?
Dad was a great leader. Well, the older brother has Austin, San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Austin and San Antonio.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
what I was
Okay. And you guys are you and your brother Bobby are riding your bicycles from Alaska to College Station
But like
in
Kevin
an
said,
effort to
it's-
raise awareness for the people of Haiti.
Kevin
Yes.
said it's going straight
Yes.
down, so it should be easy.
Yeah, it's downhill. The wind blow the whole way
Yeah, it'd be
here. I'm
perfect.
sure.
Jet stream.
And wait,
It's
tell
gonna
me
happen.
more
Jet
about how
stream,
the
please.
tell me more about the spotlight we want to put on the people of Haiti. Is there like a specific charity,
Yes.
or where can people go to learn more
Yeah.
about what you're riding for?
Go to Mission Lazarus. Actually,
Okay.
go to brothersbike.org.
Brothers.
Is that-
And
Spelled out,
that'll be
brothers
by
spelled
Brothers
out.
and I, brothersbike.org.
Okay.
And that'll tell the story about what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Got
and it'll
it.
give you an opportunity to take a look at the 2 charities and decide which one you would like to give to. And we would be thrilled with any support we get. $5, $100, or whatever you feel in your heart that's worth
Just-
giving.
and,
We're going
and
to.
if you don't have the money, just spread the word to other friends
Yes,
or your church.
We'll
Say,
take
hey,
prayers.
Yeah, prayers.
And the prayers are on the 3 old guys riding a bicycle. We need something to help keep us along.
5,500 miles.
And you're
It's tough.
so what's
It's
the end
gonna
game?
be-
You're going to go to College Station. Why College Station?
It's the Mecca. Doesn't everybody want to go to College Station?
I know Joe over here does.
I know. I assume that was a given.
Oh, did you go to Texas A&M or did you go to UT? I'm not
Maybe
sure.
that's why your colors are that way.
There
right?
you go.
ABC?
It's a maroon for a reason. So we're going to
Well, that's
ride
fun.
to the stadium.
Okay,
It's going to be
Caulfield.
on September 6th that we get there because we planned everything around the date of being there on time. You know, I when I built the ride, it's all around being there by 11 o'clock so we can make the game. And we're going to be welcomed into the stadium
way.
and be able to go 100,000 people rooting us on.
That's
It's going to be
pretty-
beautiful.
That's pretty
That
awesome.
is amazing. Brothersbike.org. You'll see the whole thing there. Why they ride is made 5,500 miles from Anchorage, Alaska to College Station, Texas to raise money and awareness for the Foundation and Mission Lazarus for the people of Haiti. You'll find out more there.
Now, if we can come back, I just want to talk about like some pest control stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I used to
open
do it
for
back in the day,
everything.
but especially in Houston, because this is like where I grew up. We didn't have poisonous snakes. We didn't have I could go into a house. I wasn't too scared. There maybe a few things, but here,
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. This is why I'm in Houston.
Yeah.
This is the mecca for bugs.
yeah, year round
Let's
you're gonna
go.
have bugs.
Texas
There is
devil
no
bugs are
doubt.
everywhere. Let's
I
get
had
'em.
never seen a roach until I moved to Houston, Texas.
And they're amazing. Aren't they
hello.
beautiful?
We were in this studio doing a live show, and some silver-backed crazy gorilla roach
Gorilla roach.
showed
I love
up
that.
out of nowhere. It was like shiny silver white, and I freaked the blank out. And I'm like, "What the hell is
What
this?"
do I do?
Yeah, so we'll talk to you about.
Yeah,
I want
that's
to talk
great.
about that stuff. I love that.
We
behind the
need more
scenes.
people like you, just so you know
Right?
that.
Yep.
Oh, God,
More scaredy
Raleigh.
cats.
Yes.
And I have fun stories about your company and my pest control because one of your guys, who was my guy at my house, was like, I had the honey line straight to his cell phone. Freaking out. There was a live Texas devil bug by my door. Come kill it right now.
Good.
Come
We'll
kill
take
it
that
right
all day
now.
long. That's beautiful.
All right. Raleigh Jenkins continues with us next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.